In North Africa, when people talk about economic power, the spotlight usually falls on oil, gas, and political headlines. But while attention drifts elsewhere, a quieter transformation has been unfolding, methodical, strategic, and remarkably effective. By 2026, one country is set to reshape the region's economic balance, not through noise, but through precision. That country is Morocco. No dramatic headlines, no sudden shocks, just steady moves, smart investments, and a long-term vision that many outside the region are only now beginning to notice. This is the story of how Morocco is becoming North Africa's silent economic powerhouse. For decades, North Africa's economic narrative was predictable. Energy exporters dominated. Political instability shaped perceptions. Growth came in cycles, often uneven and fragile. But something fundamental is changing. Instead of relying on a single resource, Morocco has chosen diversification. Instead of reacting to global trends, it has positioned itself ahead of them. And 2026 marks a tipping point when years of groundwork begin to pay off at scale. This isn't an overnight success, it's a carefully engineered rise. While neighbors wrestle with volatility, Morocco is quietly building economic gravity, drawing in capital, industries, and global partnerships. At the heart of Morocco's ascent lies energy, but not the kind most people expect. In the vast desert near Ouarzazate stands one of the world's largest solar power complexes, Noor, a sea of mirrors capturing sunlight, turning heat into electricity, and powering millions of homes. This isn't symbolism, it's strategy. Morocco has invested heavily in solar and wind power, aiming to generate more than half of its electricity from renewables. Offshore wind projects along the Atlantic coast are expanding fast, tapping into some of the strongest wind corridors in the region. But the real game changer is green hydrogen. Using renewable energy to produce clean hydrogen, Morocco is positioning itself as a future exporter of sustainable fuel to Europe and beyond. In a world racing to decarbonize, this places Morocco not just as an energy producer, but as a solution provider. Energy independence gives Morocco something priceless: control. Control over costs, control over supply, and the ability to power industries without relying on volatile imports. Energy fuels growth, but logistics move it. On the Strait of Gibraltar, where Africa nearly touches Europe, lies Tanger Med, a port that has quietly become one of the most important logistics hubs in the world. In just over a decade, Tanger Med has surpassed many Mediterranean giants, handling millions of containers each year and connecting Morocco to 180 ports worldwide. Its secret? Location, efficiency, and scale. Ships passing between Asia, Europe, and the Americas don't need detours, they stop here. And Morocco didn't stop with one port. Nador West Med is rising on the Mediterranean coast. Dakhla Atlantic is transforming the southern Atlantic corridor. Together, they form a logistics network that links Europe, Africa, and the Americas, turning Morocco into a trade crossroads. For global companies, this means faster shipping, lower costs, and reliable access to multiple markets. For Morocco, it means influence. If ports are Morocco's arteries, then factories are its heartbeat. Over the past decade, Morocco has become one of Africa's leading automotive producers. Global giants like Renault and Peugeot didn't just set up assembly lines, they expanded. Today, Morocco produces hundreds of thousands of vehicles annually, many exported directly to European markets. But the real success lies beneath the surface. Instead of importing parts, Morocco invested in local supply chains, wiring systems, interiors, components, and engineering services. Local content has surged, creating skilled jobs and industrial depth. This shift from assembly to innovation marks a crucial evolution. Research centers are growing, technical training is expanding, and Morocco is no longer just building cars, it's building capability. Affordable, high-quality vehicles rolling out of Moroccan factories now compete globally, reinforcing the country's industrial credibility. Morocco's ambition doesn't stop at energy, ports, or cars. The country is steadily diversifying into aerospace manufacturing, producing aircraft components for global aviation leaders. Its pharmaceutical sector is expanding, targeting both domestic and African markets. And digital services, from fintech to outsourcing, are attracting young talent and foreign investors alike. But perhaps Morocco's greatest strength is its position. Geographically close to Europe, culturally connected to Africa, economically aligned with global markets. Morocco is acting as a bridge, facilitating trade, investment, and partnerships across continents. Of course, challenges remain: water scarcity, global economic uncertainty, the need to maintain inclusive growth. But Morocco's approach, long-term planning, institutional stability, and strategic investment gives it resilience. By 2026, Morocco won't suddenly appear powerful. It will simply be powerful. Not through headlines, but through infrastructure. Not through noise, but through networks. Not through chance, but through choice. As the world looks for stable partners, clean energy, efficient logistics, and competitive manufacturing, Morocco is quietly answering all three. The rise of North Africa's silent economic powerhouse isn't coming, it's already underway. And those who notice early may understand the future before it arrives.